And we talked about insights up front and that those insights are what comes out of a customer obsessed organization and that kind of a focus. Here's an interesting thought. We have a lot of operating systems and technologies and everything. Where is the operating layer that takes in insights? Think about it this way, like we all have CAB meetings. We come out of these customer advisory board meetings, we're like, oh, we learned so much. And then it probably makes it into a sales meeting or a marketing meeting. It makes it into a bullet point or two. It might even make it into a sales presentation or proposal. And then a month later, it's died out. 2 months later, where is it? A quarter later, it's like it never happened. We allow insights to decay. And that's one of the things that I think I'm hearing from you that AI is really helping is it's helping insights stay at the forefront. If there's a database where we put this together, they don't decay, right? They stay top of mind and present within the workflows that we're doing every single day. Is that a good takeaway from what you're saying? Or
I think at the front end of the customer conversation, yes. And we'll see how this evolves as the LLMs and the costs evolve. I can see as a marketer, many of them are going to switch to paid model, just like Google did back in the day. This will probably all change. But right now, you can definitely use these tools to have almost real-time insights on things people are talking about in your industry, especially in a defined industry like mine. You can set up, whether you're going to set up agents or just you constantly have your pulse on
yeah,
news, different things going on. So that bit, yes. The internal discipline to turn that into product roadmap and customer outcomes, I think that really comes down to how we are running our organizations and really thinking about customer-led product development alongside the company strategy and the board strategy. Those things don't always sync up, right? And that's okay. But really being led by having your eye on the horizon of where is the industry going and what does the customer need to solve their next problem. I do think we get better smoke signals. I said earlier, marketing can be a good advance. I think we can get great signals now, especially in defined industries of where things are going. I think actioning that is as challenging as it's ever been, right? Because as a company, especially a small, mid-sized company, you're probably busy working on everything you told your customers you would do last year and deliver this year. And then all of a sudden you're getting signals that actually the industry wants to go over here or over here. That's just probably as challenging as it's ever been.
a number of things you said in there. One I wanted to pull out, which is you talked about the different departments working independently and not always syncing up. I don't know if you remember, but in the call we had that we prepared for this, I asked you a question. It was, what do you think the two greatest challenges for creating long-term sustainable growth are from a C-suite level? The number one answer across over 125 different C-suite executives is internal alignment is the number one challenge. What's interesting about if that's the number one challenge, what's the solution to that? And so I had this 3-time B2B CMO on, and now she's a partner at a go-to-market consultancy, deals with hundreds of B2B ABM focused companies. And she said, it is so clearly the number one. It's the number one way that we tackle how are we going to help these people is we assess where is everybody? And
Yep.
she said, absolutely, by far the number one. She's also said, though, the number one change agent to bring everyone together is the customer, that nobody argues with the customer.
Yeah. I had some really good advice at one point in my career where I was working with an organization going through a lot of change. A mentor and colleague of mine gave me the advice of if you stay focused on the customer, all of this just, will kind of rally around that. Keep everything focused on the customer and where they're going. And in my context, the customer meaning the industry, like where things are going quarter to quarter, what we see happening a year out, the company's capacity to deliver on that. Because if you remain laser focused on that, everything else falls away. I completely agree with that because it also helps just all the normal human behaviors that can come out. Everybody can't have their axe to grind or their pet project or whatever the case may be, something that you can get emotionally attached to. You stay focused on the customer. I think it helps rally the troops around the right North Star.